Hey, you two, this is Southern Prepper 1. Welcome to Boots on the Ground and News You Should Know. Today is really just boots on the ground from actual viewers that have sent me information. Our small business of the day is actually an author. Lionel wrote this book, EMP and CME Effects. It's very short. It's an excellent book if you want to understand a lot of stuff that could affect you. So I'll leave a link for it, but that's our small business of the day, an author. Let's get right into it. I had my buddy call me yesterday from Russia. He's a U.S. citizen that's moved over there, trying to get citizenship in Russia. I'm not going to go into why he's doing it, but he just feels safer over there. He said, and it's great to get inside information. He says Putin has about 1 million men on standby in his reserves. That's just in case the United States or NATO decides to enter the war. He said that the rumors in Russia is if the U.S. gives permission for Ukraine to use NATO weapons and U.S. weapons to strike deeper into Russia, that is going to probably be the thing that's going to throw this thing into total turmoil, maybe even World War III. So he says this is it. He also said the reason Russia is not crushing Ukraine is they don't want to crush Ukraine. There's like you fighting your cousin. Or a distant relative. Russia wants to beat the threat of NATO expansion. They do not want to destroy Ukraine. There are a lot of people have relatives there, so that is the reason Putin is just not steamrolling and utterly destroying things. So it's good to talk to him. He's safe. He feels very safe in that country. So you might think, what's he doing over there? He says it's safer there than if he was in any other big city in the United States. So let's get right into the boots on the ground. This person said large eggs are $1.99 per dozen at Aldi in our neighborhood in St. Louis. You're a lucky person. A lot of people are saying they're a lot more expensive and have been at that price for nearly a week. During the price hikes a couple of years ago, they also got much smaller, more like medium size, but they're now back to their normal size. One item that has spiked there, though, is olive oil. He said olive oil has gone up a lot. He said gasoline around there is about $3 a gallon. This person said, this is important right here. This is eye-opening. I want to bring you to something to your attention. The issue that my wife has to deal with, who works as a nurse in labor and delivery. There has been, that she has encountered at the hospital. There has been a significant influx of patients coming in to give birth, and many of these women do not have anywhere to go after delivery. As soon as they give birth, they immediately ask about accessing free assistance and housing, only to become visibly upset with the language line translator informs them that there's no resources available. The situation has escalated to a point where many of these mothers are effectively homeless due to the lack of housing options. These people and their newborns are being transferred from the labor and delivery units to the medical surge units. Not because of medical necessity, but because they have nowhere else to go. This is creating an overwhelming strain on hospital resources and staff. The nurses believe that many of these women are being brought to the United States under false promises of homes and financial support, only being abandoned with homeless shelters not accepting newborns. There are virtually no alternatives for discharged women leaving the hospital. As you can imagine, this situation is becoming critical, with healthy patients occupying beds needed for others. For medical needs. The hospital can't simply discharge them to a parking lot, so the facility is becoming full with patients with no place to go. This person said, I work at a grocery store in customer service. I was watching the front end, and one of the cashiers noticed a piece of tape on the debit card pin pad, and the customers were complaining about the numbers not working when they were entering their pin, so they started to mess with it, and the whole bottom part lifted off. It was a pin pad skimmer, and there was another one on a different register. They look exactly like the real ones, but they're taped in the corners with black tape, so we wouldn't notice. I know the second one we found had to be one that was there for about a month, because we've had so many complaints about that one, and the store manager has repeatedly rebooted it, and nobody noticed it was a skimmer. This person said, I received a very convincing fake email. It was supposedly sent by DocuSign, a digital signature verification service. The message said that I had made a Bitcoin purchase through PayPal and verified through DocuSign. I suspected it could be a scam since my name wasn't listed. There was a phone number to call to contest the charges. So they followed up with this, and this is a big scam. So they want us to know, this viewer that sent it in, just be very careful. I received a very convincing call from Amazon. Now, Amazon doesn't call you if there's a problem, but they had a lot of information on me, and they were saying my account was being used. They were sending packages all over the United States. It was a fraud, but very, very convincing. This person says, I worked with a guy 2 years ago here in central Pennsylvania. The other day, he told me he's on his third full-time job since 2023. Companies in this area are cutting hours versus laying off. People are quitting, looking for hours, and that's why the unemployment hasn't spiked. This person says, we live in, I'll just say Florida. It's a family-owned business, and I'm not going to give you the name of the company. Yeah, I will. It's nothing big, but it's called Tervis Tumbler, Tervis, which manufactures insulated beverage glasses. They've been in business since 1946. It is filing bankruptcy. There will be layoffs. Sad to see another U.S. manufacturing company going out of business. Man, I'm getting so many people saying, the company down the road or mom and pop restaurant are going out of business. A lot of places are going out of business. And this is because people don't have extra money to spend. This person said, I talked to my State Farm insurance agent about an increase in homeowners insurance for 2025. I was told they would be increasing it between 4 to 7%. They're still working on the amount. If you only get a 4 to 7%, count yourself blessed, because a lot of people on their homeowners insurance are getting slammed 50%, 100%. I know one of these people that had theirs 100% doubled. This person says, I'm a union pipe fitter, and they work out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we fabricate piping for the Ford plant in Memphis, Tennessee. Last Friday, they came in and said half of the day people and all the night people in the shop were getting laid off at that job site. That's at least 500 people just in my trade, not sure how many in the other crafts. They were making stuff for the new battery-powered trucks that they were planning to build there. I'm not sure if they're going to continue later or not. So more massive layoffs. A lot of people sent me this, just increasing their rent. Some people are at the point now where they cannot afford their rent. Some people had to move into family. Other people have moved into their vehicle. Literally moved into their vehicle. They say they have no choice. So very sad there. So there you go. I'll put a link to our small business of the day, to this author that wrote a book. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep looking up. There's no way to solve the political problems of this world without Jesus Christ. If he's in your heart, if he's in your life, you're going to go through a lot of bad times on this earth, but he will help you through it. So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling that you have no friends, Jesus is the answer. If you need any help, send me an email, southernprepper1, just the number 1, southernprepper1@yahoo.com. I will be glad to talk to you. If you cannot get in touch with me, I get hundreds of emails, hundreds. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So I don't mean to blow you off. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just impossible for me to get to everything I need to do in a day. But if you're feeling depressed or down, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Thanks for watching.